Hi, Marcus de Maria here with your Insight of the Day, brought to you by your Crypto Club. And I just watched a really great video from one of my mentors. This is my cryptocurrency mentor, who, as you know, has been in the trading and investing game for over 30 years. And I really listen to what he has to say because he really comes from that deep experience. And the first thing that he said was he feels really sorry for the people that are selling. Now, it wasn't a throwaway comment. He goes, oh, I really feel sorry for those people, or they're idiots. No, he really feels sorry for them. He feels sorry for them because he's seen it so many times in the past where people have done what most beginners, I guess, do, which is to buy high and then panic and then sell low. So they're buying high, selling low, buying high, selling low, which is obviously a recipe for disaster. And he says that the anguish afterwards when the market lifts off, and it always lifts off, it just depends on when, right? But they just can't stand it because they're new and they've already lost 50%, 60%. What are we now? I think we're almost at 70% down in cryptocurrencies since the height. So a lot of people, they can't take that. And you know, I totally get it. Especially if you're new to this. But it's a shame. What it says to me is you haven't done your research, because we know that this has happened not once, not twice, but several times before. So it's not like it's the first. Now, the people where it was the first time, you know, you can imagine and understand. But we have precedents here. We've seen it several times. The statistics are there. So. And then to go one step further and to actually, as Warren Buffett says, to then be greedy when others are fearful. That's even more difficult, to actually be buying. And like I've said to my club members, I've said, well, that's fine when Warren talks about being greedy when others are fearful. Well, what do? He doesn't cover when you're fearful. You know, so others are fearful, that's one thing. You go, ha ha, they're fearful, I'm going to buy. But what about when you're fearful? What about when you see your positions go down by 70%, 75%, 80%? When you're feeling fearful, can you still do that? And then he talks, my mentor, I'm talking about the video here, he talks about grit. He says, I call it commitment. Maybe grit is a better word, actually. It gets more gritty, you know, down and dirty in the street. What works, as my other mentor, T. Harv Eker, says, you know, what works in the real world. You're having grit, that determination to see things through that you said you were going to do. And if you said that you were going to wait until the turn comes in the cryptocurrency market, are you willing to have that grit and determination to see that decision through? Were you committed? And that's something we teach on our workshops, which is, you know, commitment is doing the thing that you said you were going to do long after the feeling in which you said it has gone. Well, you know what? That's why it's so important to write things down, isn't it? Because it's so easy to say something in your head, and then you kind of forget it anyway. So, you know, are you willing to see this through and be rewarded at the end? And if you do, if you're willing to do what other people are not willing to do, you will be able to do, and you'll be able to have the things that other people will never have. So that is my insight for you for the day, brought to you by your Crypto Club.